we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. It's Ritt Momney on the B97 Happy Hour. Yay!
Yes. What's going on?
What up, Jack? Man, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, doing really well.
Where are you at right now? You look like you're like in a police station.
No, I'm actually in LA right now. I just got here a couple days ago. I live in Salt Lake City, but I came here for a couple sessions with some people.
What part of LA?
Well, I'm actually right now I'm in Newport. So not in LA yet, but I'm with my girlfriend. We wanted to take like a beach day.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Venice Beach?
Maybe
you ever go to Venice Beach?
Maybe I have at some point, but how far is that from Newport?
I don't know. I think it's like maybe an hour or something. I used to live on Venice Beach.
Isn't that like the muscle beach where all the people are just like lifting weights on the muscle?
Yeah,
on the beach?
It's like Muscle Beach, and then it's nothing but hippies and all the homeless camps now. It's just cities. It's crazy now. It's so bad.
Oh, crazy.
Ritt, Jack, let's get to your sound. I was reading that you blended all your stuff in, like church stuff, Beatles stuff, and the stuff you heard on the radio every day, and bam, that's your sound. Is that right?
Yeah, basically. Like, I mean, I don't know how much, definitely my experience with like the Mormon church has like influenced my lyrics in a lot of ways. And I guess like if I really think about it, like subconsciously, I'm sure like the melodies from like the hymns and stuff have influenced.
I feel like it's that upbeat, really happy sound that people need right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's another reason why it's doing so good. It's a different sound, it's unique, and people need to feel that right now with COVID. You know, just a happy energy.
That was kind of the idea behind the cover. Yeah, it was not as much for like, obviously I wanted people to feel that, and like it was definitely like, you know, like just the first like couple months of COVID where everybody was just like terrified and like depressed.
I'm really glad that you picked that song to do, because it's written so well, and I'm glad that you gave your own spin on it and brought it back again with just that happy vibe. You know, I've always loved that song, but then what you did to it was amazing. You know, I'm sure she would really appreciate that spin on it. Have you spoken to her yet?
Actually,
heard from her?
Yeah, like a few months ago, we got to get on a Zoom call. She's like so nice, like amazingly nice.
That's a good thing. She's nice too. She wasn't like, you stole my song, I can't believe you did this. No, she was like totally cool with you about it.
Yeah, she was like, she could not have been nicer about it. Yeah.
Did she like ask you like, hey, why did you pick this song? Like, what drew you to her song?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of yeah, it was so I had known that song, like I had loved that song for forever. My mom really liked it, and when I heard it again, which was like right around when quarantine started, it was like oh man, like this feeling that this song gives me is exactly
personal.
Yeah,
it's like a happy thing, just overall, like you said, Kristen.
Yeah, I mean, it was like just exactly like what I felt like I needed, like in the pandemic.
See, you felt like you needed that song, and everyone felt like they needed that song, so it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it was really interesting how it worked.
And in a way, Corinne, she had to been like, you know, when people cover a song and it blows up like it does, like artists that originally made the song have got to be so happy. Like it brought more people to her, and now more people know about her because of you.
Yeah, I mean,
straight up, that's got to be amazing just for her and for you. I mean, it's a win-win to me.
Yeah, I mean, like, and there's a bunch of people who were pretty upset about me like ruining their favorite song and stuff.
Yeah,
And
you're
then-
always gonna have
and
haters.
they're all like, and then they're all like, because they're like, oh man, like he'll never be better than the original. And then they go and listen to the original. So they're like getting her some more.
And it's like,
You brought it
and it's
back.
like,
You gave a new life.
oh, this is really good. Yeah. So, what was your reaction when you heard it on the radio for the first time with all the other radio stuff out there? Was it like, holy good Lord, you know?
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal for a while. Like everything happened pretty quickly with like the TikTok stuff, and then right after that, like the label stuff when I signed a label deal, and then the radio stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like it was hard for me to fully process everything as it was happening. But yeah, it was definitely like, it was crazy to hear.
Were you in St. Louis, or were you in New York, or were you in LA when you heard it on the radio?
I was in Salt Lake, actually. Yeah, I think it started getting plays on just like the local radio in Salt Lake first, and then like I started hearing it like on Sirius XM and stuff, and it's crazy.
Wow. So COVID really sucks, as we all know. Sorry, Chrissy, were you going to say something?
No, I'm just saying it must just be like a big whirlwind right now for you.
Yeah, pretty insane.
By the way, here in New Orleans, B97, we play it like 110 times a week. So congratulations. Every time we turn around, it's on.
Great.
So COVID really sucks, and you guys were almost about to hit the road, and then nothing, right?
Yeah, we actually had just barely hit the road. Actually, it really sucked for me because I was living in LA when the tour started. So I drove from LA to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up, there was a drummer that I met through like a mutual friend who lived in Nashville. So we practiced together for a couple days just to like get ready for the shows. And then I was going to bring him on tour. And then the first shows were in Chicago. So I drove from LA to Nashville, picked him up, drove to Chicago, and we played 2 shows, and then the tour got canceled.
Wow.
Then I had to drive back down to Nashville, drop him off, and then I drove back to Salt Lake where my family was. But yeah, so it was a lot of driving.
That's a lot of driving to do. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't gotten screwed nearly as badly as a lot of people have by the pandemic, so it's important to remember that.
Yeah. Concert-wise, do you have any help? Do you have any like stories that something went so bad that you'll remember this forever, like power going out or forgetting something or some kind of thing that you can let us in on?
I mean, I try not to take it too seriously when I'm on stage, like, because if I'm in that mindset, like, oh no, if something bad happens, it's the end of the world, then I'll just be terrified and I won't be able to play anything. But actually, in one of those shows in Chicago, I like loop a bunch of stuff in my songs, and I'll like play something on the piano and then loop it and then play something on the guitar. And then the computer just like stopped looping in the middle of a song. And I was just like, I remember saying, I was like, this is my worst nightmare. And then everybody in the crowd just laughed. So
how did you get out of it? I want to hear the rest of the story.
I think I just started over. I think I just started the song. Like crowds are, at least like the crowds that I'm playing to, are going to be like nicer than, like, it's not, I'm not going to mess up the numbers like, oh, boo, get off the stage.
Right. I feel like you got really chill crowds too, just by listening to your music.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it was, I was opening up for Dayglow. I don't know if you know him, but his whole thing is like really happy songs and stuff. So it was a very happy, positive crowd.
Look, if Adele can mess up on national TV at one of the award shows, you can mess up and start over again like she did. It's cool.
Yeah.
She did. I must have missed that. So I have a question. Where did Ritt Momney come from? The name of the band?
Yeah. People expect a better story than there is. It's literally just like, so
Just tell it like it is.
yeah, I kind of started a band with my friends like in high school, and we were in Utah where Mitt Romney's like a big deal. He's not even from there. He's just like Mormon, which is interesting. And then one of my friends in the band was like, "What if we called it Ritt Momney?" And then we were like, "Okay."
Sounds
There you
amazing.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole story. So
You should make it really dramatic. Say something about like,
yeah,
the
we
Jesus
ran into
people.
him in the street or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's a senator from Utah, but he used to be the governor of Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've been to Utah once.
For all the
and,
youngsters that don't know.
man, I'm gonna tell you the thing I remember the most about going to Salt Lake City is the sushi. I don't know
really,
what it is.
Sushi?
They have some of the best sushi. And I haven't been to Salt Lake City in probably 7 years. And I still
Wow.
remember how great the sushi was in the downtown area. We
Really?
hit up like 3
Mhm.
different sushi places there. I don't even know if you like sushi or not, but y'all got some of the best sushi in Utah. It's crazy.
I'm a vegetarian, so but there's this place called Tsunami. I don't know if it's one of the places you went to.
I think we did hit. Is it near like the arena in Utah in Salt Lake?
There's a few of them. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have one down there. But yeah, it's super good. I haven't tried much other sushi, but yeah, the vegetarian sushi from Tsunami is super good. I'll have to try the other places though.
Yeah, I think it was called Takashi of all names. I think it's one of the places I tried down there.
Is there like a popular type
Ritt.
of food besides sushi there?
Not really. I mean, there's very little culture coming out of Salt Lake City, Utah. So.
Yeah. Seems beautiful though. Have you
Yeah,
been to
it
New
is
Orleans?
cool. What was that?
Have you been to New Orleans?
I don't think I have.
You'd remember it if you were here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I don't think I have actually.
Prepare yourself.
No, I'll come through like on the next tour.
Okay. Do you know, like, have you had talks about when you think you're going to be getting back out there, or?
Yeah, so we kind of had like a tour. We've had tours planned, like, oh man, let's put this way out in the future, and then like hopefully, like I'm sure the pandemic will be past by then, and then it's like, oh well, we aren't going to be able to do this one. Let's push it like a few months. Let's push it a few months, and now we're pretty sure. I've got some stuff like in 2022 planned, so hopefully that'll work out.
I got a question for you. You got it. Do you have a album on the way?
Yeah, I'm like on the way is a strong phrase. I'm
Right.
It is going.
Or you're working on an album right now?
Yes, I'm working on an album. Yeah.
And I have another question of like a part 2 of that question. Is it hard to get inspired to write when you've been home for probably a year now? Like I know artists get inspiration from being out, being in the open, talking to people, things happening to them. You know, it's I feel like it's hard to get inspired while you're just sitting at home,
Totally.
During COVID.
Yeah. And a lot of like, I remember at the beginning of quarantine, like me and a lot of the, like my musician friends that I talked to, like the people who were kind of just like doing it themselves, like from their bedrooms and stuff. Like we were all like, oh man, like this is the perfect time to be like a solo musician. We're gonna have so much time, like just to work on music. And then all of them that I've talked to have said like, yeah, it's just been way less productive than I thought it would be, because like there's nothing to write about besides just like sitting at home.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like it is a lot harder for an artist to write right now than it would be normally.
Totally. Yeah, and I think that it's kind of like a lot of my music I'm writing right now is it's a lot less experience based and more just like introspection based. Just because like there's not many experiences happening right now. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it.
Thanks.
I got one more question for you. What do you like to, what is your favorite thing that you have done since COVID, since for the past year that you really can't do much? Like, what do you do in your off time when you're not trying to write music, or you just chilling? Like, are you just chill and just like binge watch Netflix? I mean, like, I don't know, go fishing. I don't know. Like, what do you do?
I like going on runs. My parents' house is and my little sister lives with them, but yeah, like my family lives only like a 30-minute jog from me. So
Okay.
a lot of times I've been like running pretty often. I'll run up to my parents' house and then I'll play Super Smash Bros with my little sister.
Yeah, that's what's
So
up. That's a great
it's
game.
it's been a nice little hobby. And she's gotten really good at it. She's we're almost equals at this point. But
How old is your sister?
she's 14 right now.
What does she think of your newfound fame? Like her friends are like, "Oh, that's your brother." Yeah, right.
I think she likes to capitalize on it.
That's great. That's great.
All right, so Ritt, we want to keep in touch with you, and you said you're going to be in New Orleans whenever we can, whenever you can get down here, and everything's cool. Where can everybody reach out to you? Twitter, all that. Give us all the handles so we can keep in tabs on you.
It's just I think on Twitter and Instagram it's just Ritt Momney. I used to have the underscore after, but I think that's gone now, thanks to the label. And then TikTok, I think, is the same. I don't post much on TikTok. I should, but
What's this makeup thing I keep hearing about on TikTok? I haven't gotten a chance to look at it yet.
that's like the trend that pretty much is the reason.
Were people putting makeup on you or something?
No, it was like people would use the song and then do. So it was like
Okay.
The lead up to the drop, and then they're like putting bad makeup on, like just really quick, and then they'll like do a transition, and then it'll be like really good, like beautiful makeup.
Gotcha.
So that's to what I owe a huge amount of my success.
Well, it's so nice to meet you and talk to you. I'm like a huge fan.
Jack, thank you so much, man, and be safe out there.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, good talking
Have a great
to
one.
you.
Yeah,
Thanks for B97's Happy Hour.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.